Welcome to Marketplace Finds, where we show off some crazy and interesting cars for sale, judge what we think of the price, then order it in our tier list. This might just be the most insane but cool custom build we have ever seen on Garage Gold. It's a custom bubble top show car that was built ground up, because who doesn't want to be able to drive a V8 powered space snow globe? I can't quite imagine sitting in there though, because as soon as that dome comes down and the sun hits it, you're turning into a rotisserie chicken. Special shout out to the seller's wife for posing so he could take this amazing photo of it. And then there's the price, which they're asking for an insane $60,000. But let's be real, this thing is cooler than basically everything on the road. This is a 1994 Chevy Astro that got chopped, slammed, gutted, and then dressed up like a Spirit Halloween version of a Murcielago. The front end looks like somebody tried to draw a Lambo from memory after 3 beers and 2 concussions. The headlights don't even line up, one staring at the moon, the other's checking your shoes. From the side, it's still very obviously an Astro van, just one that went through witness protection with an orange spray tan. The chopped roofline makes it look like the world's saddest Hot Wheels car that melted in the sun, and if you thought that was bad, check out the interior, or what's left of it. There's barely anything left of the dash, no carpets, random wiring, a roll cage, and even some nice holes in the floor for some extra airflow. It of course doesn't run, so for the $1,500 asking price, you're buying a project that will always be a project.
Get her done.
This is what happens when a 1954 Chevy panel van gets tired of being an old delivery vehicle and decides to become a roided out bodybuilder. She's been jacked sky high on what looks like a small country's worth of suspension lift and 44-inch super swampers. Now it's here to tower over traffic and take up 2 car parks due to sheer size. On the outside, the body's been repainted in a beautiful candy red brick with black fenders for added contrast and to probably hide some of the mud. The barn doors around the back open up to reveal some extra seats without a view, just in case you don't want people to see the hog you bought to the mud bogs. Other than that, the front seats are exactly the same, but holy hell, this thing's got more gauges and switches than a Cold War submarine, but thankfully they're all labelled. Hooked up to those gauges is the Behemoth 454 big block, ready to cancel out the emission savings of 10 Priuses combined, while sounding and looking 10 times better. Now the price they're after for this beast is surprisingly only $25,000. In parts alone, this is almost worth it, let alone a fully panel and painted clean body on top of it, so I'd say that's a great price. This right here is peak American engineering. It's what I imagine people from the 600-pound Life Daily drive through Costco. It's hilariously absurd, and whatever genius who built it probably blew through 3 welders on it, because there's more bars than a prison block. What's even more hilarious is that somebody stuffed a Chevy 350 small block underneath it, alongside some drag slicks at the rears. Imagine the embarrassment of getting gapped by something that looks like it should be holding Granny Smith apples. And if you look closely in the background, you'll notice this legend didn't stop at 1, but 2, just in case you need a backup car for the drags. Unfortunately, this world's most glorious conversation starter already sold for $20,000, but hopefully the one in the back gets listed up for sale soon. Now this one's a special kind of cool. It's a 1970 Honda N600 with its own matching trailer made out of the back half of another N600. Yep, this thing is literally towing its dead sibling behind it. It's less family road trip and more Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Honda edition. The car itself is a shiny red jelly bean on wheels that definitely has had a ton of bodywork and paint making it look insanely clean. Under the hood, it's got a recently rebuilt 600cc 2-cylinder, which quite literally might make it the smallest tow vehicle in all of America. And with that setup, you're not towing much, you're probably dragging around exactly 2 beach chairs and maybe a 6-pack. Anything heavier and the poor engine is going to need CPR. The trailer itself shares the car's beautiful paint and bodywork. I just wish we got to see what it looks like underneath the hard lid. The interior of the car, however, continues the beautiful theme with reupholstered seats, clean door cards, and what seems to be a very original dash and steering wheel. Onto the price, the seller is looking for only $10,000, which honestly seems like a great price considering they sell for that without the custom trailer. We've seen some Chevy vans that make you want to call 911. This one makes you want to grab a 6-pack and put on some Zeppelin. On the outside, you've got that classic 70s faded paint job with desert silhouettes airbrushed down the sides with coyotes, cacti, and cowboys. Honestly, I kinda rate it. Throw in the Kragar SS wheels and Fat Cooper Cobras, and this van looks like it should be parked outside a roller rink blasting fog hat. Step inside and things get a little more interesting with exactly what you feared, a mattress in the back. But thankfully for once, the bed doesn't look cigarette stained like most of the vans we've seen. Otherwise, there's about 5 different shades of shag carpets all throughout, but the absolute gem of the interior has to be the mini desk and disco ball setup behind the driver's seat. Powering this not so creepy van is the good old reliable Chevy 350, so she's got plenty enough to keep up with traffic. They are looking for $10,000, which feels like a solid price given it must be one of the only Chevy vans that wouldn't give you a disease. This is what happens when you can't decide between buying a muscle car and renting a clown bus, so you just combine them both. It's a 2019 Dodge Challenger that proves just because you can cut a car in half and weld in 20 more feet doesn't mean you should, and those gull-wing doors are a nice touch, perfect for pretending you're a celebrity, right before everyone realizes you're just stepping out in front of an Applebee's. Inside you've got bat logos stitched into the leather, neon strips everywhere, and enough flashing lights to give half your party a migraine before you've even left the driveway. It has 47,000 miles, so imagine how many bachelor parties, quinceañeras, and half-baked rap videos this thing has already survived, and now it can be yours for a huge $65,000. So come spend your kids' college fund. Next up, we've got the 1991 Honda Beat, the car every JDM fanboy swears they daily until they realize their knees rub on the steering wheel and your back will never forgive you. On the outside, the Beat is basically a Ferrari F355, especially given this one has a rare hippo sleek body kit, which sounds less like a car mod and more like a protein shake you buy at a gas station. It's sitting low on black Sparko wheels with a staggered setup, and the Pikachu paint job looks fresh. This one has a soft top, so you can hear the 660cc 3-cylinder scream like a weed whacker, and if you didn't know, these little beasts are actually mid-engine cars, so although the photos don't really show it, the engine is placed literally right behind the seats, leaving a tiny amount of room in the frunk and trunk. This one has had a recent engine rebuild, including clutch and water pump, so they are fair in asking for the $11,000 asking price, so if you're in Arizona, come grab it. This is a 1999 Lincoln Town car, but not the kind your grandpa takes to the buffet. Nope, this one's been transformed into a full-on lowrider cruiser. We're talking chrome wires, candy red pinstriping, and a roof that looks like the Joker signed off on it. Most of the budget seems to have been spent on the roof job being checkered with a giant spade in the middle, and it probably explains where all the money went for the interior, because it seems they lost it on the poker table. There are other designs by the rear quarters that I literally don't even know how to describe, other than looking like one of those screensavers from Windows XP. Open up the trunk and you'll see more batteries than in your local AutoZone, ready to either explode or power the twin air tanks for the hydraulics. Under the hood, you've got the ever reliable 4.6 V8, but she's getting a bit up there in mileage, hitting just over 200,000. As for price, the seller is after $11,000, and I think we all know it's far too much. This 2009 Smart for 2 is rocking a full-on Hot Wheels wrap, which is hilarious because this is probably the least Hot Wheels looking car on the planet. From the front, it's rocking more scratches and paint chips than a skate park rail. Out back, it's still rocking mismatched rims, and although I can't see it in the photos, I know they have enough curb rash to qualify as modern art. As an added bonus, it's got a salvage title, so the $2,300 asking price is honestly fair, but might be the most expensive Hot Wheels car made. There's no easing into this one, because what you're looking at is a Volkswagen Beetle being absolutely consumed by a gigantic lobster. It's half car, half seafood platter, and 100% nightmare fuel for children. Honestly, it's shocking how well made it is, but also shocking in the sense that any kid who sees this is probably developing a shellfish allergy. They had it listed for $4,500, and unfortunately, it already sold, which is a shame because I would have absolutely bought it. Buckle up, because this one is a crime against both JDM culture and common sense. What we have here is not a Nissan Skyline R34, not even close. This is a 1995 Honda Accord that somebody horrifically dressed up for Halloween as Paul Walker's dream car in one of the worst body kits I've ever seen. From the front, you've got that wide intercooler poking out like it's trying to convince everyone there's a twin-turbo RB under the hood, but it's rocking an H22A swap. Don't get me wrong, that's a solid Honda motor, but trying to pass it off as a GTR is like slapping Ferrari badges on a Fiat and telling people it's an Enzo. The rear end is where things get truly unholy. Those iconic R34 taillights have been grafted onto the Honda like some automotive Frankenstein. Nissan purists are weeping, and somewhere out there, Paul Walker just rolled over in his grave, muttering, "I asked for a 10-second car, not a $10 cosplay." The seller wants $12,000 for it. A car that if you're 50 feet away, drunk, with your eyes half closed, you might squint and think, hey, is that a Skyline? You ever seen a vehicle that's been turned into a rolling earthquake machine? Well, here it is. It's a 2004 Honda Accord, or at least it was, until someone strapped NASA's speaker testing facility to the roof. Most people use an Accord to commute to work, pick up groceries, maybe run a kid to soccer practice. This guy uses his Accord to make sure the entire block develops tinnitus by 9 in the morning. On the outside, you've got a standard Honda with a loud vinyl wrap that screams El Problematico, and honestly, that's the most accurate name possible because nothing about this car says peaceful. The seller's notes read like a ransom letter: 20 tweeters, 10 drums, 7 EQs. Bro didn't build a sound system, he built a weapon. On the inside, forget comfort. There's no back seat, no trunk, and probably no working rear suspension left either. They want 14 grand for a Honda with 200,000 miles that you literally can't drive whenever it rains. Behold a Hello Kitty war machine. Forget the dainty bows and plushies. This thing looks like it eats RZRs for breakfast and craps out glitter-coated roll cages. On the outside, it's neon pink with murdered out Hello Kitty graphics that make it look like she finally snapped after too many years in a claw machine. It's sitting on big beadlock rims and has more spotlights than a stadium, and if you're wondering why it looks so clean, it's because it's only done 900 miles. For that reason, the seller seems to think it's worth a whopping $50,000, which is basically the same as what you could get a new 2025 version for.
Give me a hell yeah!
This right here is one of the most ridiculous, over-the-top, and absolutely glorious machines ever spat out of Germany, the Mercedes-Benz G63 AMG 6x6 Brabus. And yes, that's 6 wheels of pure overcompensation. Forget your neighbor's lifted F250, this thing makes everything else look like a Power Wheels. Only about 100 of these beasts exist, built between 2013 and 2014, and this one has just 6,000 miles. It's not a knockoff, not a kit truck, not some dude with a sawzall and extra axles. It's an actual Brabus tuned factory 6x6. That means it's got the 5.5 litre twin turbo V8 cranking out 700 horsepower and enough torque to spin the earth backwards if you drop it into low range. Inside, it's quilted leather heaven, two-tone porcelain and black seats that look like they were ripped out of a private jet, with red stitching just to remind you it's still angry. Every button feels like it costs more than an entire Corolla. And then there's the price, which it already sold for an insane $1,029,000. That's not just car money, that's private island, buy your own country money. Next up, we have a golf cart that's been juiced harder than Lance Armstrong and can apparently hit an insane 50 miles per hour. I never thought I'd say it, but it's the first body kit wearing golf cart we've come across, making it look like a baby Lamborghini Urus that went through a dryer cycle. The said body kit has been wrapped in coral peach, and honestly, I can't even hate it, and think this would probably look great on an actual car. Under the seat, this thing is less golf cart and more mobile power plant, having a 72 volt battery plus a 12 volt one for the accessories and a 3000 watt inverter. All I know from that is, if you got into a crash and the wires touched, you're probably going to become a human glow stick. Joking aside the fact that this thing can hit 50 miles per hour and probably wheelies off the rip while having no airbags, no crumple zones, and suspension made for the smoothest grass would be an absolute riot. And because Murica, this thing is somehow road legal, hell, it's almost fast enough to take on the highway if you're crazy enough. And if you are crazy enough, it can be yours for a whopping $18,000, which, let's be real, is a barely used Honda Civic with AC, airbags, and dignity money. So jump on it before some rich grandpa ends his life by whiskey throttling a damn golf cart. Finally, we have this awesome custom go-kart we came across and thought you guys would enjoy. It's rocking that vintage Ford van look, complete with yellow paint, gold wheels, and period correct stripes. You even get a little mural on the side for that full shag carpet boogie van vibe, except instead of shag, you're sitting on a thin strip of duct tape vinyl and praying the handbrake does its job. Underneath, it's not just some janky lawnmower motor slapped in a box either. Nope, this has a live axle, predator power, and enough grunt to turn your neighbor's cul-de-sac into Talladega. The seller is asking for $2,000, and I'm tempted to go pick it up myself. Here's how the final tier list ended up. Let us know what we got right, what we got wrong, if there's anything you'll change around. I want to give a special happy 16th birthday to Amir Jess in Perth, Australia. I appreciate you and your father watching my videos every week. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.